Hey everybody. So I guess controversy is good for business on YouTube because wow, I got over 300 views on my Tom Wilson video. Um, a lot of hate, a lot of people agreeing as well. Pretty split. People still don't know what to think about that hit. I stand by it. I think it was a good hit, but that's why I did that video, because I knew that it would be controversial, and man, did that work. But now on to something that there is no debate about and is not controversial at all. The Boston Bruins performance last night was unacceptable. The Bruins now put themselves in really a must-win game 4, and there's been people saying it's not really a must-win because it's not an elimination game. No, it's a must-win. If they go down 3-1 to Tampa Bay, the series is over. They have zero chance of coming back against a team like Tampa freaking Bay if they're down 3-1. They have got to come out of these first 4 games tied 2-2 to have any chance of winning. They also can't drop both games on home ice. That can't happen. They're in a similar situation though to the Sharks, and we saw what San Jose did last night, shutting Vegas out 4-0 and tying the series back up. That is exactly the kind of game that the Bruins need to have on Friday against Tampa Bay. Last night was unacceptable, embarrassing, pathetic, just an overall gross effort. There was no intensity from the Bruins. They looked like they were skating in quicksand all game long. They turned the puck over time and time again. It was just an embarrassing effort on home ice, and really pathetic. And to get manhandled the way that they did in their own building is just ridiculous. There's absolutely no excuse for that in the playoffs, and I really hope they got a good reaming in the locker room after that game, because they need to come out with a whole new mindset and really with a whole new kind of style if they want to win in Game 4, and they have to win Game 4. I think it's time that we see Ryan Donato. I've been on Bruce Cassidy's side in not having Donato in so far in these playoffs for the most part, because he's just a kid. He's only got a few NHL games under his belt. He's really not someone that you want to thrust into the playoffs. But this team has had no offense the last 2 games. They can't possess the puck. They can't skate. They're not very physical with the Lightning. I think every game in this series, the Lightning have thrown the bigger and better hits. And that's pretty embarrassing for the Bruins, who are supposed to be a physical team. The Lightning have destroyed them physically, and the skating is unbelievable. Now, obviously, Boston is not going to match to a T Tampa Bay's team speed. That's not possible. But you can do things in the neutral zone and with your defense that neutralizes their team speed, and then you need to be able to skate at least a little bit yourself. Boston hasn't skated at all. Even in the first game that they won 6-2, Tampa controlled the play for that entire game. Boston just scored some power play goals and got really capitalized on the few chances that they got, and Tampa Bay missed a lot of their chances. I knew that wasn't going to happen for the rest of the series, and I think Boston got a little too comfortable after taking Game 1, because since then they've looked awful. And Tampa Bay's gotten better for sure, but Boston needed to match that, and they haven't come close. Not even close. It's time to get someone else who can score goals into the lineup. Cassidy took out Tim Schaller for last night's game and put in Tommy Wingels. That had absolutely no effect. Changed to nothing, did nothing. Just a pointless move it turned out to be. So it's time to get Donato in there, because he can add some offense. He can score goals, and I don't know how he's going to perform in a playoff setting. He played 1 game against Toronto and didn't look great, but that was his first playoff game. So you got to cut him some slack there. I want to see him again. Take somebody out and try and get some secondary scoring, because right now the Bruins are completely reliant on that top line to score, and when they don't, you get like what you've had the last couple of games. Just overall piss poor effort and really, really embarrassing on home ice. They need to bring it to a whole new level on Friday, or they're going to find themselves down 3-1, and then at that point the series is over. Tampa will probably just finish them off in Tampa if that happens. So, it really is a must-win game on Friday for the Boston Bruins. I don't care if it's not an elimination game. If they lose on Friday, they're done. They're not coming back from 3-1 down against Tampa Bay. If they come out of it even, then they come out of it even. And then their chances obviously greatly, greatly increase. The Sharks did it. Sharks took one game in Vegas, went home, tied 1-1, lost the first game on home ice, but they responded in game 4 and tied the series back up. The Sharks did it. The Bruins have to do it too. They have to do pretty much the exact same thing. Just a whole new effort is needed, a whole new commitment, and just how flat they were, and the lack of intensity in that game from them last night was just unbelievably awful. It's like, how do you not get up for a home playoff game like that against one of the best teams in the league in a series that you're tied 1-1? How do you not get up for that game? But they were flat the entire night. They had a few short spurts of energy where they carried the play for a few minutes and really pushed to try and get a goal. Still couldn't score, and for the most part, Tampa just absolutely dominated the whole game. It was just an overall nightmare for the Bruins, and they can't let that happen again, because if it happens again, they're done. So, big game for them on Friday. I think it's a must-win. I don't care if it's not an elimination game; it's still a must-win. And they need to dig deep and find something, or they're going to be finding the golf course very soon. So that's just what I think. I think it was embarrassing what I saw last night from the Bruins, and hopefully that doesn't happen again. So like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. Check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are in the description. Help spread the word about this channel. We want to keep growing. I added I think 4 more subscribers yesterday, and I just love watching that number climb. So spread the word, keep it growing, and thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon.